Longtime DoD producer John Odell gets zeroed in on a late rutting Midwest whitetail. Let's join in with John from the treetops and see if he has any luck on this nice buck. I'm Taylor Drury, and this is a Throwback Thursday edition of DoD TV.
This segment of DoD TV is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Well, at least it's not very windy today. We can't buy a break. It's been, yesterday we had a family of horseback riders come through, so I was singing Happy Trails to Dave.
Well, not only is it like unseasonably warm for November 12th, 60 degrees, I get double whammied because it's so nice. We just had a family of 4 go horseback riding right through the property as we're trying to deer hunt. So at this point, you know, what do? Do you pull up stakes, hit another farm, try to drive a half an hour, 40 minutes to another spot, or do you just sit here and take your lumps? I don't know. I don't know the right answer.
I think the answer is happy trails to you.
That perfect win.
Then it started raining, so we climbed down out of the tree, climbed back up into the tree, climbed back out of the tree. Finally decided, you know, it's just raining, we just need to leave.
Well, first we had the horseback riders come through, parading through, and we kind of endured that. Then it started raining on us, and we sat there for a little while, and you know, if it wasn't for bad luck, we'd have no luck at all this season, it seems like. John and I can't buy a deer, and it's just frustrating. You know, this year's been a tough year. Every day we're out there, we're thinking, well, it's getting closer, it's getting closer.
Crazy.
Coming right in. Dave's still getting in the tree. We decided to come in later.
What? It's quiet.
Yeah, it's really quiet. I hope you have a battery.
I've got one in my bag.
Because you ran this one down to nothing.
I'm sorry. Look, there's batteries in the bag.
I didn't know that it was on nothing.
I know, because that's my responsibility. Here it comes.
I got it.
Oh, there you go. Money with it.
It's not. Maybe you should just let him go and see if he came over.
You're funny.
Why do you get pissed about every little thing?
You're just funny, because you're the one that said, Brad, I'll do something. And then, oh, maybe we should have just looked.
Well, okay, I was just saying.
I don't think he was spooked by it.
Well, I don't see how he could be.
We're just gonna keep at it, that's all you can do. We've had horrible luck, our horrible luck continues today. You can see it's just horribly windy, but you can't kill deer sitting on the couch, so we're gonna give it a try. So finally we climb up in the stand. You know, we hadn't been there probably a half hour, and all of a sudden I say, Dave, big shooter coming. Well, sure enough, it's that same buck that Dave had missed last year, and he's coming right at the stand.
He came cruising right by, and the camera, I could tell something wasn't quite right. It was trying to lay a signal down, but something wasn't right. So he came to the opening, and I'm like, you know, I pulled John off of the deer, and
I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. What next? So I have to pass the deer. We thought what was wrong with the cameras, the heads just needed to be cleaned. Well, we had a cleaning tape back in the truck. So we decided to climb down, run to the truck, clean the heads, put in a new tape, see if that tape would work, and run back to the stand if it would.
head's dirty, use cleaning cassette. Sometimes it says that, but it doesn't bar it up, it just...
It's telling it it's time to be clean.
Yeah.
Well, if we kill one now after all this, it's a miracle. It's divine intervention. Almost 3:30 prime time. We came back, put the cleaning tape in, cleaned the heads, and now we're headed back to the stand at prime time. So if by some miracle, with the last hour we have left to hunt, I kill one, it's just that, a miracle. We had been in the stand maybe a half hour, and we only had about a half hour, maybe 40 minutes till dark, and Dave says, here comes the big buck. Well, the buck starts to cut us off, and so of course I start calling to him, and he's completely ignored all the calling I was doing. And he started to circle around the stand, around the corner, and I thought my buck was gonna be gone forever.
That was a nice buck. That's a nice buck. He's cutting us off. I don't know if he's gonna turn and come this way or not. Sometimes they come right up this corner. We'll see what he does.
It's the same buck.
Is it?
Next thing, I hear a stick crack behind the stand. I look back, and here comes the big buck from directly downwind, coming right at the tree.
How you feeling, John? You're excited, but yet?
Yeah. Once I have my hands on his horns, then I'll be really fired up. I know I'm back a little.
So we're gonna wait till morning?
Yeah, I think it's a prudent thing to do. When in doubt, back out. I know I hit the deer a little bit back, so we're gonna give him overnight. It's supposed to be 25 degrees tonight and clear. So I'm gonna give it the night and come back tomorrow morning and see if we can find him.
Well, here he is. And there's a lesson to be learned with this deer. Unfortunately, I didn't make the best of shots. This deer had worn me to a frazzle, and I had one little shooting lane, and I definitely hit this deer back. And we decided to, when in doubt, back out. So we just left this deer alone, and it was the right thing to do because we found this deer not more than 60 yards from the stand. And this is just an incredible feeling. It's a magical time of the year to be out here and to chase these big boys around. And when you get the opportunity to finally get one on the ground with a bow, it's just a feeling you can't describe. But it's just it's a hunt I'll never forget, and it's one of my best deer ever. And I couldn't be more excited. What an awesome, awesome whitetail. And it doesn't get any better than this.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the brain of a whitetail buck that gets him up and on the move? Well, we've cracked that code and are delivering it to you in the DeerCast app, a revolution in deer movement forecasting. Available now for iOS and Android. Get ahead of your game with DeerCast. We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV was brought to you by Mossy Oak.